Hey, Tubies. This is Bob Hickman. It is so good to be back with you. I always get excited when I get to do a video. Anyways, I want to first of all, before we get into everything, say thank you. Thank you for your wonderful support on my recent videos. My last video was on that mystical UFO spotted over El Paso, Texas. And if you haven't seen that, check it out. It's the video right before this. And also we had messages from the spirit world last week as well as horoscopes. So there's a lot, if you haven't been following, you can catch up on. Anyways, I came here today with an exciting announcement for you guys. A lot of you have been saying, Psychic Bob, we love your books. And I'm really honored that you actually take the time to read my books and write. Some of you who are new are going to say, what, you have books? Well, I didn't hear about this. Yeah, I've been writing books for probably about the last like 6-7 years, and I have a number of them out. And I just came out with my new one. And my newest book, it is now in official release, is, here it is, Psychic Bob's Book of Wiccan Wisdom. There's my name on it, Bob Hickman down at the bottom. And, you know, this is a book. It's about 130 pages. You can see it's kind of thick. And it's a wonderful book because, you know, as many of you know, I've been studying the craft for so many years, 16, 17 years, almost 17 years now. And I love the Wiccan faith. And, you know, I thought I really haven't done a lot of writing about that. I get so many letters and people asking me about my journey and different things. So I sat down and I thought, you know, I need to catalog some of my ideas and concepts. So this is Psychic Bob's Book of Wiccan Wisdom. And now this is a fun book. In fact, I'm going to read the back cover to you so you can kind of get a synopsis of what it's about. And it says, hold on, I got to put on my reading glasses. You know, when I was my father's age, I used to laugh at him for wearing glasses. I used to tell him he's old. Now I'm doing the same thing. You know, it's karma. It comes back around. Anyways, so we're going to read the cover here. I want you to hear this. And it says, Wiccan Wisdom. Psychic Bob is back and shares his collected wisdom for those interested in walking the path of Wiccan spirituality. Also included are Bob's humorous and touching graphics of the witches of Wickaville. This is a heart-touching, soul-invigorating, mind-opening work from one of America's top psychics, who is also a practitioner of the ancient path of Wicca. Whether you are just exploring spirituality as a novice or a longtime practitioner, this book is sure to make you smile, laugh, and most of all, think with your heart and soul. Isn't that wonderful? This was actually, it's actually kind of a review. It was written by a friend of mine who read this as a proof, who wants to remain anonymous. But I appreciate the words, and I think it sums it up nicely. And anyways, I'm just going to give you kind of a little quick preview. Let me come up here. So as you can see the cover, it says Psychic Bob's Book of Wiccan Wisdom. Now, just so you know, all of the graphics in this book I personally did. One of my hobbies is doing witch images. It's just something I started doodling and drawing, and I did these. So this beautiful pentagram looks like cut crystal. I made that. Isn't that neat? And when you open the book, you've got the cover page here, Psychic Bob's Book of Wiccan Wisdom by Bob Hickman. And let's just jump through here. Talks about some of my other books here. For those of you who are new, I'll go real quick through it. Other books by Bob Hickman, Psychic Bob's Book of Spells, Messages from Rose, Ouija Mysteries, When Worlds Unite, and Bob's Book of Halloween Magic. So I have a number of books. And if you go to my website, link below, it has a link to my store. Just click on any of the book images. It'll take you there, and you can see my books. But anyways, and I want to read the dedication. There's my picture, and over here's a dedication. And my dedication says, I dedicate this book to Wiccans, witches, and pagans everywhere who have heard the call of the old gods and the ancient ways. and were brave enough to step out into the moonlight and onto the path. Thank you for your shining examples of peace, compassion, and wisdom. I love you all. Blessings. And it's signed Bob Hickman. So I dedicate that to all of you. So many of you have been an inspiration over the years, and this book is for all of you. So anyways, I thought if you'd like, I'd read a little bit and I'd show you some of the book here. This is the introduction, and I'm going to read this to you so you can kind of get a sense of what this book's about. It says, for 16 years, I have been a follower of the Wiccan religion. Wicca is the religion of the witches. Now, for some people, hearing that there is a religion for witches, they will immediately run out screaming, Satanists, and start a panic in the streets. The truth is that Wicca is not a religion that has anything to do with Satan or Satanism, as these are constructs of the Abrahamic faiths. Wicca is a peaceful religion that's based on reverence for nature, and a faith that encourages its practitioners to find harmony with themselves and the natural world around them. In the Wiccan tradition, we are encouraged to practice our faith in the spirit of mirth and reverence. I think many get the reverence part, and I hope many get the mirth part. This book was generated from this concept of mirth and reverence. I hope you will find some gems of wisdom that will inspire you along your journey. The artwork in this publication is my own creation. I've always been drawn to witch images and started to explore creating my own series of witch pictures. My work is done in a primitive style that is a cross between Grandma Moses and the silhouette art of the Victorian era. I discovered that as I created the images in this book, I was drawn to reflect on the many facets of Wicca I have experienced over the years. As I created my images, I meditated on my own spiritual journey, and the witches in my drawings seemed to come to life and express back to me the wonder and joy of the Wiccan life. My witches live in a town called Wickaville, in a world where they are openly Wiccan, and you will notice that they are all attired in classic witch gear: hats, brooms, staffs, cloaks, robes, etc. As in my life, my witches are a mixture of all walks of life, and I hope that you can capture the sense of wonder and celebration that my witches experience in their world. You will also find a few still lifes herein. Mostly they are drawings of cut glass bottles and bowls. I've had a fascination with shimmering crystal for many years and decided that my witches should own some ancient cut glass pieces to work their magic with. Think of the classic Victorian parlor decorated with marble-top tables and an array of magic potions and beautiful cut glass bottles, and you will begin to see the romantic side of my witches. So, put on your witch hat, wrap your cloak around you, and pick up your broom. The moon awaits and is calling us. May you be as lucky as my witches to celebrate this wonderful mystery called life. So that's the intro to my book, and I'll let you see. I've got some pictures here throughout. Here's a little witch taking a rest under the moon. Now you'll see on the side here, I do a reading. It's about the picture, and it talks about a Wiccan concept. So every page has a different concept. Like, for example, the first one is called The Cycles of the Moon, and I talk about how we attune with moon energy. This next one's called Our Living Planet, and it shows a witch interacting with a giant aloe plant that he loves. And that's actually a reflection of my plant familiar, Mr. Greenlee. Many of you know about him as well. Here's a chapter on elementals, and you see the witches gathering for their circle. I had so much fun putting together this book and sharing my thoughts and ideas. Here's a wonderful crone image. The title of this drawing is called Waning Moonwalk. Isn't that cool? See the lady, and she's walking towards the waning moon. And I talk about over here the crone. So this whole section's about crone magic and the crone and the craft. We have so much in here. Here's a wonderful one you might like. It's witch cats, and it's two cats sitting before the dark moon. Isn't that beautiful? But I hope that you'll consider checking this out. In fact, I think I'll read another section for you guys. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to read one about the goddess. Okay, here's our goddess pictures. And I wonder if there's a witch, and she's got her hat off. You'll see there, and she's raising her arms in reverence as the moon rises. So I'm going to read this little section to you here. The goddess. And it says, many are drawn to Wicca because they discover the goddess. The ancient world had a more balanced view of deity, as they saw in nature the interplay of male and female. As most of the world's religions state, we are made in the image of God. The Wiccans agree. God, however, is not a single parent. God is Father and has a partner who is Mother. Together they create all that is. The goddess is the great mother from whom all life comes, and she is the one to whom all life returns at the end. Our witch here reverences the spiral goddess. This is the primordial goddess of all creation. In coming to know the spiral goddess, we learn that all of creation is done from love. The heart of the goddess enters into all creation and is the heartbeat of the world and all who inhabit this world. If you seek the goddess, know you only need to look within your own heart. She is there, and her heart beats in rhythm with yours. So that's just one little section. As I said, we've got a lot more, but there's the image that goes with that reading. So guys, I hope that you will take the time and check out this book. I hope you'll consider adding it to your library. You can buy it, as I said, go to my website, and it has a link to my store. My publisher is Lulu, and you can buy it directly there. I do not at this time have it in digital form. I believe it is only in print copy. So, pick up a print copy. Here's a little one, another picture. One of a male witch, because we have male witches in this book, men and women. This is a male witch doing cord magic. Isn't that wonderful? I think you guys will really get a lot out of this. I hope you will. I put a lot into it, a lot of my heart and soul, and I have a lot of pride in this book. So anyways, check out today your copy of Psychic Bob's book of Wiccan Wisdom. And maybe you've already got it. This accidentally got released a little earlier than I planned, and some of you have already bought it. So if you've already bought it and you've read it, maybe you can tell the others in the box below. If you've read some of my other books, I'd love to hear your thoughts too. I always enjoy feedback. So, this is my latest one, just out, fresh off the presses. Pick up a copy, add it to your bookshelf. Thanks so much, guys. I love you all. Keep it here at Spirit Channel. We got more coming. In the coming weeks, I'm going to do more readings from this if you guys want. Tell me if you like this and if you're interested. We'll have a few more sessions where we'll share some thoughts on this and readings from it. All right. Listen, thank you for being here, Spirit Channel. Listen, if you're new here or even if you're not new, hit that subscribe. We'd love you to be part of our scene. I'm so glad you're here. Comments in the box below. Thumbs up, like it, favorite, share it with your friends, and go buy a copy today. Thanks so much, guys. Blessings to all of you.